Good morning, guys. What's up? What's up? What's up, YouTube? What's up, Mom? What's up, Shelby? Get your questions or tickers in there. We'll look at them here shortly, guys. What's up? Good morning, guys. Remember, I'm broadcasting live also on YouTube, so if you don't like the vertical format on Instagram, you can switch over to @StudentAlpha on YouTube. You get the full chart. You can turn your phone sideways if you're on your phone. Be sure to follow me there anyway. I've got exclusive content. And I put my weekend update there. What was... All right, guys, we'll get started here in about 30 seconds. Let everybody show up. What's up? All right. Let's get started, guys. Happy Thursday, March 14th. March 14th, folks. All right. If you have questions, tickers, tell them to come up back box. I'll go over my report real quickly. Today, we had initial jobless claims drop. I don't even know what the data was. Markets reacted mildly, sold a little bit. We'll get into the charts in a second. We have 10 a.m. business inventories, really nothing more, and no real data tomorrow. This week we had CPI and PPI, which both came in bad, and the market set all-time highs. So inflation is ugly, and the market's running hot. The NIMO oscillated. So remember, we set all-time highs, and look at that oscillator. It dropped in a negative territory. That means we can go up. The NAMO for the NASDAQ, all-time high, and we're still low. We're at 15. We can go up. VIX is at 18. Apparently there's no fear in this market. So guys, I know the run seems ridiculous, but until proven otherwise, we are headed up. Donald Trump was right. Buy. Up, 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 up. So let's look at it. In ES right now, so this is the S&P 500 product, we are long bias above 74.75. We are hitting the 7,500 resistance. Any of my mean reversion traders that shorted at 99 just got paid 10. This was a great trade. I didn't take it. Should have. But we play that often. Look at that. It's perfect 10. Guys, the next long read is at 91. You're back up into that all-time high compression in this box. A little tough to trade. But this short out of this, any of my traders hit that? Because I know a lot of you guys trade that style. It's our B+ setup. A really good setup. I teach this in our war room, guys. All right. Anyway, currently looking for longs with a resistive box overhead. The Russell 2000, we are long over 2850. The next long read is going to occur, and this is the all-time high right here, guys. We cleared it, and now we're playing with it. The next read is going to be about 59 long. We'll take that for 10. There's enough room to the daily high. Again, I love VWAP touches off the bell. We'll keep an eye on that. You can see trend status of the matrix. Everything's long except the 1 minute. So that means you might be able to catch a second read if it occurs here where you would hunt it for 5. So you would take 61 for 5. 5 points is what I'm talking about. Then you multiply that by your leverage when you're trading, and then that's how much money you make. All right, let's get into NQ. We set a new all-time high. Of course, we're heading up to 30,000, right? I think 30,000 is going to be a decent short level. Although, remember, I said the best short's going to be whenever it's at a key level and the NAMO is overbought. Guys, the NAMO keeps dropping. So does the NIMO as stocks go up. What that means, guys, it's an advancer minus decliner stock. So it's only a few stocks driving it. Everything else is selling off. Go read about the 2008 bubble and tell me how many stocks drove that versus how many sold off. And get back to me. All right, but anyway, we're flirting with bias here. The next buy would be back through this. You can see all trend setups is starting to roll over, and except the hourly. So this pink line is the data VWAP, and until proven otherwise, guys, we joked about it last week in the war, or yesterday in the war room. This hard sell-off on let me move this Instagram. This hard sell-off after that terrible inflation data got all bought back and doubled, right? So until proven otherwise, we're going to buy discounts, and as the next discount level might be this is the VWAP from the PPI data. That's going to be critical at about 400. We're going to keep an eye on that. But let's check the hourly, folks, to see what our intraday bias is. You can see we're below the bias, but see the yellow line is the 9 EMA, the blue. Until they cross, we haven't flipped the bias short. So we're just sub that bias price. So if it comes down and taps that and runs back up, it'll never flip. Remember, they're back measured on the hourly. That's how EMAs work. They are a laggard. I teach all this, guys, in my warm. Come learn. YM broke the 50,000 box and set an all-time high. The Dow 30 is running bias. We're long above 49,965. The next buying opportunity is going to be about 51,085-ish. We'll keep an eye on that. And then you're not going to be able to sell until you get to the bottom side of this box if we correct. Look at this trend status. Everything is bullish. So we want it to discount, come back, and we'll watch that VWAP, the PPI, and this should be strong support if we see it. Okay, that's the CPI and PPI anchored VWAPs. Probably won't break the first time it gets down there. And then once they break and flip, that's probably a bad sign temporarily. And then gold. Guys, gold, I don't think gold's tradable right now. Look at this. I'm going to zoom out. Look at this. Look at this horrific channel this thing's running in. So my traders are probably going to eliminate it. That is just 2 days of sitting in a channel. Right? It's just like when you're swimming. You got to know when you're in a riptide. You stay the hell out of the water. So gold's probably not going to be tradable for us traders today unless something crazy happens with oil, which is short bias. If it flips that VWAP and runs up, we're going to have long bias. So once in a while we take gold trades or oil trades, but we watch it for its correlation with gold, which is high right now. Oil up, dollar up, gold down. That's how that works. So, all right, guys. Well, I'm done talking. I'm here to answer your questions, to help you out. I also have a free Discord. My link is in my bio. If you ever come up with a question later or need additional help, you can just go there and just tag me. I've answered every question. I've been doing this free report for 4 years, guys. 4 years. And remember, you can push share to your friends to let them know that you're watching me live so we can attract some other new folks that might be insane enough to trade. All right, that are interested in the markets. All right, let's get over the questions. How you guys doing? YouTube. What's up, Brian? Cassie. Clipper Snippers. Does the New York VWAP have power like a daily VWAP? Probably to some degree. I don't usually use it. I prefer to use the daily. Setting a VWAP to that opening volume on a settlement candle. You could consider it as an extra level of confluence. Personally, I don't use it. But it's good. That's a great question. I don't think it's a bad VWAP. It's just I don't use it. I use the daily. And then critical data drops. If you do it, Clipper Snippers, erase it every day. So replace it. I think it's only valid for that day. Because then it'll muddy up your chart if you have a week's worth in there. Nice, Jeff. You mean reverted the ES? Yeah, this is a Savage B setup, B plus setup. Look at this. That's awesome. I don't know why I didn't trade it. I think I was busy doing the report and other things. I usually pick 98 or 99, so I would have triggered in and gotten 10. Probably would have tried to chase it to the VWAP. For you guys to know how I trade. Yeah, and that would have paid. Man, that's beautiful. Good job, Jeff. Eduardo. So the war room, we're in the war room for just a little over an hour for New York Open. And then we're in our VIP Discord throughout the day, and we call other setups intraday, and then we have some swing calls. So, yeah. We're live trading for an hour, Eduardo. Come on in. Ryan, I mean, you can buy yeah, you could, Ryan, and put a stop loss. I mean, if you're range trading, I would buy the bottom as opposed to selling the top. It's just ugly. And I had a talk with somebody about this when they were complaining about ES not performing well for them. Guys, that's why we watch like 6 assets in the war room, because sometimes your favorite doesn't give you reads, but another one does. So we're usually, like when we're in the war room, guys, look, it's gonna be hard to see this on Instagram, but we have all the charts up, and then what I do is when the next trade is developing, we zoom in and we focus on that one, right? Yeah. So we watch a lot of assets, not a lot, but 5, 6, 7, somewhere there. I think that's the best way to do it. I think it's easy to become intimately knowledgeable about 6 assets. Welcome back from vacation. Ryan, you bought the bottoms, about to pay you good. In gold? Nice. So you bought down here. All right. Yeah. I would lock a little bit of profit in, or at least go break even. Good job, Ryan. NQ, a decent buy at 410. You might get in at 410, but what has to happen is it's got to tap at 400 and hold, right? So 400 to 410, you can put a tight stop loss and then try to grab like, let me see here, what do we got? 50 to 75 points on that. I wouldn't have any more risk than 50 points. Marcus, if you're not trying to make money in the war room, then you're trying to lose it. Yeah, the war room we're highly successful, guys. I mean, we historically run about an 80% win streak, win rate. You bet, Clipper Snippers. All right, Instagram, what you guys got? YouTube, if you have other questions, you can throw them in there. That's why I exist here, guys, to help you out. So this is your opportunity to have a research analyst answer questions about trading, investing, charts, all that happy stuff. Yeah, definitely channeling. Gold's tough to trade. Anything in the channel is tough to trade. And the main thing is you got to recognize when you're in the channel. Because remember, like our EMA crossover trade system fails when things channel. And that's not because the system's bad. Matter of fact, most systems fail in channels. There are specific channel trading systems, but I've taught you guys how to look for channel breaks. The war room is New York open, so we'll be in there in about 7 minutes, Mr. Lodger. Yep, thank you, Josh. Nope, not on Insta. We're on Zoom. You got to go to my link in my bio, VIP Discord, join for a 7-day free trial. Beta would be nice to do free Friday war room. I know, we'll see. Maybe we'll do it again. We did like 6 or 8 of those. I mean, if you were on them, you should have joined then. Should have been enough evidence that we kick ass. Awesome. No price. I don't know. Good trade plan there, Ryan. All right, guys, listen. So, like I said before, any buying at this level in anything, make sure you have a protective stop. Well, you should have a protective stop loss in anyway, but make sure that you have a protective stop loss in. And I said this before, I don't think we're at the top yet. I mean, this is absolutely ridiculous. Now look at this daily candle. That could be an ugly daily candle, but I think what's going to happen eventually. All right, so this is just my prediction. All right, so you're going to see this chop upward, right, and all this hopiism, and at one point we're going to have this happen. You're going to have ignore the price. I'm just going to show you what I think is going to happen. You're going to have this huge run up in price. Well, that was ugly. Huge run up in price, and then the same day and week it's going to sell down, and you're going to get a candle that looks like that. That, my friends, will be your blow off top. And then we'll start our downtrend. Because at some point there has to be hell to pay for the data that's been coming in. But just remember, the markets can remain ridiculous longer than you can remain solvent. So And everybody asks me when's the next short available. I think 30,000 is a good short, but the high conviction short is when the NAMO is overbought and we hit one of these boxes that the matrix builds for you. This is key psychological levels. You're in NVIDIA. I sold NVIDIA, Josh. I bought it last year, owned it for about 8 months. And I owned it from down here, 99, and then I sold it the all-time, when it hit the initial all-time high anchor view up at 185. Glad I did, because it pulled back $20. Never did get re-entry, and now here we are up 230. So it would have been nice to hold that, but I had to lock in 100% profit. If you guys own it, I would get your stop loss. I would get your, so see this, here, let me move this for Instagram. This market structure here is going to provide support. So I think you need to be between 195 and 210 for your stop loss, depending on what you want to lock in, if you still own it, right? So exactly, Evie. We only go up in Trumponomics. Yeah, I mean, right now, until proven otherwise, these things are going to keep running. You just have to be, I mean, everybody knows it's going to pop, guys. This is not a surprise. Like watching a kid blow up a balloon, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And oh yeah, it can get bigger, but at some point, what's the balloon going to do? I mean, that's what's happening right now. It'll be no surprise to any expert when this shit crashes 35%. It's just right now you can still buy. Let's look. I just checked NVIDIA. Just talked about that. Apple, I just did that one. When did I do Apple? Yesterday? Same thing. You can't buy it. It's overextended here. Not overextended. It's at the top of the regression trend line that I drew out. You can see this. If you wait for pullback to the median price or the bottom of the range here. So I think yesterday I said 250 to 260. If you want to hold it a long time, get your stop loss, and you bought it lower. I think structurally a good stop loss is 240 to 245. Well, yeah, we'll make a shit ton of money, Marcus, on shorting if you can time it out. It's tough to time bottoms and tops. So nice, you're out of NVIDIA. All right, guys. Hey, this is the point at which I tell you to go to my VIP and join. Come trade with me. Come learn with me. I'm going to head there now with my traders, help them out. We've been killing it this week, and we're going to kill it again today. Otherwise, but for my free folks, I'll be back tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be here on time. You can click the 3 dots and tell Instagram or social media that you want to be notified first when I go live, because otherwise it chooses. All right, guys, have a good rest of your day. Go to my free Discord if you have questions. Links